guys, got this Batmobile here. A friend of mine picked it up at a flea market for me, and I'm just gonna try to see if I can make this thing look a little better. As you can see, there's if you can see it there in the reflection, there's black paint all over this thing. You can really see it on the card. The card itself is pretty rough. It's bent. The back of it's not looking that great either. But I'm only into this for $10, so I figured I'd give it a shot. If it messes it up, I still got a pretty nice Batmobile that'll be loose. So I got a few things I'm gonna try. I've got some alcohol, which full disclosure, I did wipe some of this down with the alcohol already to try to see if I could get the paint off with it, and that didn't work. So I did get some of the dirt off of it though, which was good. So I have that, and then I have this Goo Gone, which is has worked pretty well for me in the past. I also have this. Let me get a better shot of that. This is something that you can use to like clean your comics too. Or any kind of paper stuff that'll get like the dirt and grubbiness off of, kind of give the sheen back to it and stuff. So I've got some of that to maybe try to use on the card. I think the big challenge is going to be trying to get that paint off of the card itself. There's a chance I could scrape it off. I'm afraid I'm going to take off the color too, so we'll just see how it goes. But so I'll do a little bit. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. I'm just going to start with the Goo Gone, because I know that works pretty well. I'm going to try using just a regular old towel here. And I'm just going to spray it right on the towel and not onto the item, because I don't want too much on there. I'll just give it a rub. You can see it there, but right there. And just going slow. And that's coming off. So you can see the black there. So it is coming off. But this is probably going to take some time. And I've just been doing some research on these, a little more restoration. I hadn't done a lot with it, but I figured I got some stuff that's a little rough, and I could clean it up. You know, I've gone through the process of like removing the price tags and stuff from the plastic on things and whatnot, but just gonna wipe that down there. But yeah, that's working pretty darn good. But this, from what I have researched, I didn't really know. I am a big Batman fan, but trying to keep track of all Batman items is pretty tough. I'm trying not to push too hard on this because I don't want to crush it. But I think this is 1975 Batmobile. It's got the Kmart sticker on it though, right there, $1.23. So I'm really not interested in removing that. I just kind of like that on there. So most modern stuff, if I have a tag that's like actually on the plastic, I'll take it off. But this kind of tells a story. So it's looking pretty good there now. Got a shot of that. You can see, obviously it shines it up too, because it's I'm probably going to hit that with some of the alcohol. Yeah, the main thing, any of the stuff you're trying, you just want to try it on a small spot first, so you don't want to ruin it. kind of clean that. There's a spot right there. But this is going to be a project, you can see. And another thing I'm going to try to do too is this. Whew, that stuff is strong. Is I'm going to try to iron this out. So I had seen something where some people had used some parchment paper and an iron, and we were able to flatten it out. So I'm going to give that a shot too. It'd just be nice to. I do like that Joker right there. So let's see how that goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, and I'll keep cleaning, see how it goes. And when I get to anything more interesting, I'll come back. Right? I'm back. You can see got a lot of that off. It's looking pretty good on. I'm just doing this last side here. I'm trying to make sure I don't get too close to these edges, because I'm afraid that if I get any of this goo gone or even the alcohol down into there, it'll get into either the paper or into the glue and release it. So I don't want to see that. But as you can see, stuff is working very well. Hopefully that's probably ridiculously noisy. So I'm just going to move it back a little bit, try to finish this out. Trying not to squeeze it too hard or push too hard. I don't know what else I can do. But it's coming off. It is coming off, so which is awesome. So at least the card, the cards are, at least the plastic's gonna look good. The bubble will look pretty good, but we'll see. We'll see how the card goes. At this point, I don't know what I'm gonna try on the card to get the paint off. Possibly a plastic knife or something. I don't want to use anything too sharp because I don't want to cut into the paper. I'm not really sure at this point, but we'll see how it goes. Just got a big gob right there. Get that off. I might have to scrape. I don't know. We'll see. But kind of see a little bit better here. Hit it with a little alcohol to clean it. It's getting there. It's getting there. Looking pretty good. I got a few more spots I'm gonna try to get off on that side, but overall that plastic's looking pretty sweet. Let's see that side there. Obviously you can see there's problems inside the card too. Right, maybe right there you can kind of see it. It's from the back, so I don't know how that's gonna go as far as cleaning that up, but we'll see. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, I ended up getting a few toothpicks and just going down and doing those corners and edges, so they came out pretty good. So I think that's pretty clean. What I'm gonna do now is try this stuff on the back. This is that Absorine. I don't know. But anyway, I've used it a little bit on comics. We'll see if it works here, but it's kind of like almost like a clay or silly putty type feeling. So just kind of roll that up there. And just going to roll it across. We'll see if this... I don't have high hopes for this, but we'll see. The problem is this is not, has no sheen to it at all. It's completely like a flat feeling cardboard. There's some black there too, I don't know. Looks like some of it might be coming off. I have one other thing I can try too. I mean, I'm not super concerned about the back, but I figured if I can get it clean, why not? You see that black spot's coming out a little bit. Some of the dirt. Let's try it right here. My big concern is now getting the paint off of the card, which I don't know if I've got anything that's going to work, but my other concern is if I iron this with paint still on it, what's going to happen? Is it going to melt the paint and make it worse, you know? So I think somehow I've got to get the paint off if I plan on ironing this. I think this is actually working a little bit. I'm not going to expect miracles, but I think it's getting some of the junk off of it. And you can get this stuff. I bought it on Amazon. It was actually a kit for paper cleaning. It has had this, and it had this other thing here. The smoke soot eraser. So I might try that on here too a little bit. Just see what that does. But I think I'm getting something up with this, but not a ton. Interesting packaging too, is that the wheels are sticking out. I don't know, just because of the way it was made. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out why you would need the wheels sticking out, but I guess that's how they did it in the 70s, you know, who knows. But I'm sure there was some reason. Some people say you can reuse this. Some people say use it once and throw it away. I don't know. I haven't used it enough to say what you can do with it. But anyway, I think that might be about all I'm going to get with this. I feel like I did get some stuff off of here. It's kind of hard to tell if it's on here or not. But feels like some of the spots came up. We can try this. It's that sooty eraser. Try this spot right here, if you can see. Seems to be working too. I'll be able to get some of it off. You can see there, definitely got something coming off. Don't get too crazy here. Like I said, I'm not so concerned about the back. I think I'm stalling for time, so I don't have to try to figure out the front. But so I could use the Goo Gone, but I'm afraid that's just going to wreck the card. So I think I'm going to do that. Possibly I'll try just a very tiny amount of the alcohol, but I don't know. We could leave it as is, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Give that. I think that's already looking looking better here. Careful of that paper there. Nothing more. I think it's better. Obviously it's not great, but it's better. Alright. Into the hard stuff. So I brought just a kind of cheesy plastic knife to see if I could possibly scrape any of these off. I'm just really afraid. Yeah, it looks like it's going to take the paper right off too. Alright, so I did try that scraping, and as you can maybe see there, right there, I ended up going down to the white, so that's not an option. So I was going to try what I had tried on the back. Let's see. Let's go easy. I don't think this is going to take the paint off. We'll get the dirt off though someday. Like some of it's coming off, but not much. The dirt's coming off okay, but paint not so much. So well, while I was thinking, I thought of something else. This is steel wool. I like steel wool. This is like super fine. I think it's called like 000 fine steel wool. So I mean, I'm rubbing it on my hand here, and I hardly even feel anything. So, and I did work it a little bit on here, and was able to take it off of that spot. So it kind of looks like it's working. We'll see how well. I mean. Kind of trying to not do it too hard. I don't want to take anything else off other than the paint. It's kind of it seems to be working halfway decent. And when I feel it, it still feels smooth, so it doesn't feel like I'm cutting into the paper, which is cool. Wow. See that? All the videos I watched on this, and I kind of figured this one out myself anyway. So that one worked. So there it is. It's not looking bad. Alright, I'm going to work at this a little bit further, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll be back, and then we can try the ironing as well. Alright, I'm back, and got a lot of it off, not all of it. Bigger chunks, you know, like that one there was really in there. Some of these are just really deep in the cardboard, so I think that's about the best I'm going to do. So I think from here I'm going to go ahead and try to iron it. For that I'm going to use some parchment paper. Try to do that, and when I do it, I'm going to try to stay away from too close to the plastic, so I don't want anything to happen there. So I'm going to have to wipe this down a little bit more and get it all done too. So yeah, let me get that all set up and I'll be back. Alright. What I did here is I took a board, wrapped a towel around it, put this here, and I try to stay away from this as much as possible. My main thing is to flatten this. Try not to get too close to the plastic. We'll see how it goes. And I've got this on permanent press with the steam. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how good this iron is, but I guess we'll find out. So. That was a lot. I'm going to try to move this kind of off the board, do it. Try not to get too crazy here. Kind of smell that old cardboard. You do want a little bit of steam in there to kind of help get it flattened. Not doing a very good job of staying away from the tag, but I guess it's more important to me for it to be flat than whether that tag falls off or not. But looking better. Still not there though. Look at that. Looks like some of the paint came off on there that I didn't get off. I don't see any like spots that kind of tore off that wasn't already a mess, so I don't think it's hurting anything. So, I guess a little bonus there. Wouldn't suggest taking it off that way, but getting there. Still not quite what I'd like. It's definitely better though. See if we can get it a little bit better. Bad. Not bad. It's hard to see there. Move this. It's not looking bad. That side's a little bit worse. I'm gonna give it a few more shots here. I'm gonna get too crazy. I'm gonna get that last curve out of there now. Let's go more here. Maybe it's just because I've been standing away from that price tag too much. I just don't think that's going to flatten. Must be because of the way it's creased. Let me give it a quick wipe here. Steel wool. That was kind of the downside on that steel wool, was it did leave like a lot of like dust behind, but no big deal, you know. I managed to get a lot of it off, so, or most of it off. But I think we're good. One other thing I was looking at is if there's any scratches, and I don't really see any, which is very surprising, but there it is. That's the final result. Not too shabby. Card turned out okay. The plastic, from what it was, turned out great. So on the other side, you know, it is what it is. It's just difficult to get anything off of this kind of paper. But this definitely is flatter. Pops a little more, a little bit cleaner, and I'm just looking there and I see a couple of other paint spots that I hadn't seen, so I gotta get those off. But overall, looking good. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful, and we'll catch you on the next one.